Yo, if you want a high-velocity, soul-shattering, and totally addictive Dark Greek Mythology Romance masterpiece that hits with the absolute top-tier emotional friction of L. Kennedy and the raw, dangerous stakes of a zero-compromise mythological sandbox, D.N. Hoxa has engineered an absolute world-class triumph. The Elysean Trials drops us headfirst into a beautifully brutal, highly volatile divine territory, launching the high-octane first installment of the celebrated Holy Bloodlines series. We follow our fierce, hyper-analytical, and fiercely resilient heroine as she drops her defensive isolation buffers to navigate a high-friction psychological sandbox alongside an intensely calculating, cold-blooded, and hyper-possessive underworld lord who treats his lethal, dark instincts and his absolute fated claim on her mortal lineage with masterclass precision. The vibe is zero-compromise Olympian domination meets a relentless slow-burn divine survival trial. The narrative structure hits absolute overdrive as the ancient bloodline hierarchies drop their defensive layers, exposing a lethal web of corporate godly betrayals, hidden celestial assets, and dangerous blood debts tracking her from the shadows. The heroine's hyper-observant survival radar clicks into maximum capacity. She completely refuses to be a passive pawn or a submissive casualty trope in these dangerous tier games. She treats their deep, high-friction psychological showdowns with spectacular precision, manually upgrading her independent tactical stance, while her divine partner deploys a dominant touch-her-and-die protocol to annihilate anyone tracking her from the shadows of the trial perimeter. D.N. Hoxa treats the dark fantasy romance tradecraft with fantastic structural weight. This isn't just a simple mythological retelling loop, it is a gritty, high-friction landscape where forbidden blood oaths, lethal trials, and deep hidden vulnerabilities intersect, requiring our protagonists to rely on their ultimate calculations to survive the shifting borders. This audiobook is a total sleep-depriving binge listen because the dynamic performance perfectly captures the heroine's sharp, sarcastic internal monologues alongside the deep, commanding growls of a ruthless anti-hero elite who will watch the entire mortal world burn before letting anyone touch what is his. Trust me, if you want a dark fantasy thriller that treats its mature suspense and intense enemies-to-lovers chemistry with perfect logical weight, this book is the absolute GOAT.